I called her cute by mistake. She froze, blushed, and said, "Say that again." Commander Marcus Chen had survived 3 alien invasions, 2 diplomatic disasters, and countless bureaucratic nightmares, but nothing had prepared him for this moment. He stood frozen in the observation deck of the Harmony Station, staring at the most feared warrior in the Galactic Coalition, Admiral Zarathix of the Vorthak Empire, as her usually intimidating crimson skin shifted to a deep purple blush, the Nair. Words had slipped out before he could stop them. "That's actually kind of cute." Zarathix, standing nearly 8 feet tall with 4 muscular arms and razor-sharp claws that could slice through titanium, had been demonstrating her species' traditional victory dance after their successful joint mission against the Scourge pirates. What Marcus had intended as professional appreciation for her cultural display had somehow transformed into the most dangerous compliment of his career. The silence stretched between them like a taut wire, her 6 yellow eyes usually blazing, with the fire of 1,000 suns during battle, now darted around nervously. Her mandibles, which had torn through enemy armor just hours ago, clicked uncertainly. What did you just say?" she whispered, her voice losing its usual commanding boom. Marcus felt his heart hammering against his ribs. In human culture, calling someone cute was barely a step above casual observation, but he'd spent enough time studying alien psychology to know that Vorthak society operated on entirely different principles. Their species had evolved from apex predators on a death world where showing any sign of vulnerability meant immediate extinction. I said your dance was cute," he repeated, unable to take it back now. "The way you did that little hop at the end, and how your antennae twitched in rhythm, it was endearing." The purple blush deepened across her exoskeleton. Her 4 hands fidgeted with the ceremonial blade at her side, but not in the threatening way Marcus had seen her handle weapons before. This was different, nervous, almost shy. "No one has ever—" she began, then stopped, her translator struggling with concepts that apparently didn't exist in her language. "In my culture, warriors are described as fierce, deadly, unstoppable. Never that word." Marcus realized he was witnessing something unprecedented. The Vorthak were the Coalition's most valuable allies precisely because they were utterly terrifying. They'd earned their reputation by conquering half the galaxy before humanity had even discovered fire. Their integration into the Coalition had only happened because humans had somehow convinced them that cooperation was more efficient than conquest. A diplomatic miracle that still baffled xenobiologists. But now, looking at Zarathix's confused expression, Marcus understood something that all the diplomatic reports had missed. The Vorthak weren't just warriors, they were people, complex, emotional beings who'd been trapped in their own cultural expectations for millennia. "Say it again," she whispered, her voice barely audible through the translator. "You're cute," Marcus said more confidently this time. "The way you care about doing the dance perfectly, how you explained each movement with such passion, how you wanted to share your culture with me, it's all very cute." Zarathix made a sound that the translator couldn't process, somewhere between a purr and a whimper. Her massive frame seemed to shrink as she wrapped her 4 arms around herself in what Marcus recognized as a self-soothing gesture. "On Vorthak Prime," she said slowly, "if someone called a warrior cute, it would be considered the gravest insult. It implies weakness, vulnerability, softness, everything our society teaches us to eliminate." "But you're not just on Vorthak Prime anymore," Marcus pointed out gently. "You're part of something bigger now. The Coalition values different kinds of strength." She looked at him with those 6 golden eyes, and Marcus saw something he'd never seen before in a Vorthak's gaze. "Hope. Your species," she said. "You use this word positively?" "Very positively. When humans call something cute, We're saying it brings us joy. It makes us want to protect it, to cherish it. It's actually one of our highest compliments. The purple blush spread down her neck now, and her antennae, those same antennae that Marcus had found so endearing, twitched with what he was beginning to recognize as pleasure. "I have never experienced this feeling," she admitted. To be seen as something other than a weapon. To be appreciated for qualities that are not related to my capacity for violence. Marcus stepped closer, noting how she didn't retreat or assume a defensive posture. If anything, she seemed to lean toward him slightly. "Zarathix," he said, using her name instead of her rank for the first time. "You're one of the most remarkable beings I've ever met. Yes, you're an incredible warrior, but you're also brilliant, curious, and yes, cute, especially when you get excited about sharing your culture." She made that untranslatable sound again, and Marcus realized she was crying, though Vorthak tears were more like tiny crystals that formed at the corners of their eyes. "No one has ever seen me this way," she whispered. "On my world showing." Interest in cultural preservation is considered a waste of time for a warrior. But I love our old traditions, our stories, our dances. "Then keep loving them," Marcus said firmly. "Keep being curious, keep being passionate, keep being you. Because all of those things, they're absolutely adorable." The word adorable sent her into another wave of purple blushing, and Marcus couldn't help but smile. He'd accidentally discovered that one of the galaxy's most feared warriors had the biggest heart in the coalition. "Would you—" She hesitated, her claws clicking nervously. "Would you like to see more of our traditional dances? I know 17 different ceremonial forms." Marcus grinned. "I'd love to. And Zarathix? I promise to tell you which ones are the cutest." Her delighted trill echoed through the observation deck, and Marcus realized that sometimes the most important diplomatic breakthroughs happened completely by accident. The Vorthak had spent centuries believing they had to be nothing but weapons. But maybe, just maybe, it was time for the galaxy to see them dance.